Hello, fellow soul gardeners. This is Skip Jennings, your spiritual cheerleader here at the Soul Garden. Well, let me be the first to wish you a happy new year kind of early because we're at the end of the first chapter in Capricorn. But this is a good time and it's a good place to be in. We're talking about setting some structures in your life, talking about denial. This first chapter that I'm going to speak to you about is about denial. And now that we're releasing the old year, we can release those denials that we carry on with ourselves spiritually. So here's what I'm talking about. Denial. And my definition of denial is simply this. It's void of truth or not living in the truth. So we have to explore one thing. What is truth? When I speak of truth, I speak of God. And I speak of God and how God activates itself in your life. So we go back to those spiritual qualities: love, joy, peace, balance, oneness, unity, abundance. All those qualities that are activating and expressing God. So anytime that we're acting or living outside of those qualities, then we're living in denial. We're living void of truth. One of the things that I study is qualities and how qualities can be formed into spiritual principles. And what are spiritual principles? How do I live my life? What do I set my life by? What are the boundaries I live my life? So if I take a quality of love and I create a spiritual principle for my life, my spiritual principle might sound something like, love is all there is and love is always activated. So whenever I'm living outside of that principle of love, then I'm in denial. I'm in denial of the truth. Remember I said there's only one truth, one explanation of that truth. And what I mean by that is that when we live in God, when we live in that truth, our life begins to expand. Our life becomes bigger than we ever thought it could be. One of the greatest things that we have is the opportunity to learn what is denial and what is truth. And only you can say that. Only you can decide that for yourself. So when you know that you're not living in your own qualities or your own principles about love, then you know that you're in denial. So here's a couple of things I want you to think about. Releasing denial, cutting it out, letting it go. We make constant decisions to say no to that part of our life that we don't want anymore. We can release it. We can let it go. We have the opportunity. And every time we cut it out of our lives become bigger and better. We're releasing to receive our biggest life possible. Truth is always active. Truth is always available to us. And we choose to live it or not. And when we don't, we are in denial. So here's your 7-day challenge. I want you to focus on setting principles in your life. Focus on setting your truth. Focus on what is principle for you. You got to write it out. And it always starts off with going back to those qualities of abundance. And your abundance principle could be, I am abundant and I live an abundant life. So you start writing out your principles. You start writing out these qualities. And then you apply it to your life. For the next 7 days, I want you to really start writing out those principles in a journal. And I want you to share. I want you to share those principles. Because once you speak it and you affirm it, then it becomes real to you. So here's your affirmation for this week. I am one with God. Therefore, I am free to live my truth. Say it again. I am one with God, and I am free to live my truth. So, great being with you. Great to start this new year and releasing the old year and stepping into our truth and stepping into our lives. I'm grateful that I'm here with you at the Soul Garden. Remember, if you need some extra one-on-one getting to the new year, I'm available for some one-on-one training or some one-on-one coaching. I'm here for you. Just go to SG Elite, click on that, click on my profile, see how I can help you. So until next time, I'm Skip Jennings.
Soul